Friends, today we are going to start a new topic which is called sound. In the sound, we are going to study about the definition of the sound and the characteristics of the sound. So, our first topic is sound. Sound is a form of energy that is produced by vibrating a body. Like light is a form of energy, heat is a form of energy. Sound is also a form of energy, and every vibrating body produces the sound. And sound waves are the longitudinal waves, so they require medium to travel. Because as you have read in the previous topic, longitudinal wave is a type of mechanical wave, and all mechanical waves requires medium to travel. Therefore, sound waves are the mechanical waves, so they require medium to travel. So, sound is a form of energy that is produced by vibrating a body. Sound waves are the longitudinal waves, and they require medium to travel. So, I can say that every vibrating body produces the sound. For example, vibration of drum, vibration of guitar string, vibration of tuning fork. All these vibrating body produces the sound. Longitudinal nature of the sound waves. First of all, I want to tell you about the tuning fork. Tuning fork is basically an instrument. This is a tuning fork, and tuning fork is basically an instrument. It is used in the laboratory, in the physics laboratory, to generate the sound. Okay? And in an experiment of physics in which we have to find the speed of the sound, so for this purpose a tuning fork is used to generate the sound. In order to generate the sound, first of all, here we have a tuning fork consists of three parts. These two parts are known as prongs. These two upper parts are known as prongs, while the lower part from which a tuning fork is held is known as stem. Okay? So in order to generate a sound, so the prong, in order to generate the sound, so first of all we strike any one prong of the tuning fork with a wooden block. As we strike any one prong of the tuning fork with a wooden block, then the prong of the tuning fork starts to vibrate about the mean position. And you have read in the previous class, every vibrating body vibrates in three positions. The center position is known as the mean position, while left and right positions are known as the extreme positions. Now here we will discuss that due to the vibration of the body, how the longitudinal waves is generated in the medium. When the tuning fork reaches from position O, which is the mean position, to position A, then it exerts pressure. It exerts pressure to the adjacent air, and as a result of which a layer of air is formed in which molecules are more closer to each other, and such layer of air is known as compression. This compression fork reaches from extreme position A to the extreme position B. Then the pressure at the adjacent air decreases, and as a result of which a rarefaction is formed. So due to the vibration of the tuning fork, due to the continuous vibration of the tuning fork, a series of compression and rarefactions are formed. Okay, so that's why it is said that the sounds is longitudinal in nature. Now, characteristics of sound. Let's see the first characteristic of sound, which is called loudness. Loudness is that characteristics of sound that makes the difference between the loud and the faint sound. So, it is the characteristics of the sound that it can be louder or it can be fainter. So, such a characteristics of sound is known as loudness. I can speak loud and I can speak faint. So it is the characteristics of sound. So there are three factors on which the loudness of the sound depends. The first factor is amplitude of vibrating body. As we know that every vibrating body has its own amplitude. And amplitude is the displacement, the maximum displacement from the mean position. Or I can say that amplitude is the distance from mean to the extreme position. Now, greater the amplitude of vibrating body, greater would be the loudness. Okay, and vice versa. Means, for example, if we strike a drum with a small force, then the surface of the drum vibrates with smaller amplitude. So the loudness would be low. Similarly, if we strike the same drum with a greater force, so the surface of the drum vibrates with greater amplitude and the loudness would be high. Let's see the another factor, which is known as area of vibrating body. Greater the area of vibrating body, greater would be the loudness. For example, if we have a larger drum and a smaller drum, and we strike both the drum with the same forces, then we will notice that the larger drum produces the larger sound, the loudest sound. So we will notice that the larger drum produces the louder sound as compared to the smaller drum. The another one factor is distance of the listener from vibrating body. So it also depends upon the listener. If the distance of the listener from the vibrating body is smaller, then the sound would be louder. Similarly, if the distance between the listener and the vibrating body is greater, then the sound would be fainter. Pitch of sound. There is another characteristics of sound which is called the pitch of sound. The characteristics of sound by which shrill and grave sound. Okay, so it is the characteristics of sound that it could be shrill and it could be grave. Okay, and such a characteristics of sound is known as pitch of sound. For example, the voice of the children become shrill as compared to the elder. Another example is that the voice of the female is shrill as compared to the male. Factor on which the pitch of the sound depends: frequency of vibrating body. Okay, greater the frequency of vibrating body, higher would be the pitch and sound would be shrill. Okay, for example, if we fix a metallic strip in the wheel of the bicycle and move the bicycle slowly, then the metallic strip vibrates with a lower frequency and the sound would be grave. And if we move the wheel of the bicycle quickly, then we will observe that the metallic strip, the frequency of the metallic strip becomes high and it produces grave sound. Now see the next one, quality of sound. The characteristics of sound by which two sounds having the same loudness and pitch can be distinguished is known as quality of sound. Let's consider we are listening to sounds. Both have same loudness and pitch. In spite of this, there is a major difference between them. For example, we are listening the sound of piano and we are listening the sound of the guitar. In spite of this, both have same loudness and pitch. But there is a difference between the sound of the piano and the sound of the guitar. Both the instrument, the wave formation of both the instruments are different. So the quality of sound depends upon the wave formation. Now let's see the wave formation of the tuning fork, wave formation of the fluid, wave formation of the voice of a person, and wave formation of the guitar. They all have different wave formation. So we can easily differentiate among these four instruments. Okay, thank you very much.